I have a volunteer light a candle? Anyone else? We have one more candle. Please sit down. So before we start our meditation today, we have a small ceremony. You know that when we have birthdays of our members, we would like to take the opportunity to do a blessing ceremony. So today we have our beloved Jyoti, that is his Dhamma name, John, who he just we were expecting you last week, but but we are glad that you are here today. So Jyoti, please come forward here. So we have prepared this, special plate for you with this candle and flowers. So we offer candles to honor the great wisdom of the Buddha, and we offer flowers to honor the great compassion of the Buddha. So in turn, we want to wish you to grow in your wisdom and in your compassion. And we also want to truly appreciate your friendship, your support to our community. Every Wednesday, you come early and you greet everyone to come here and make them feel welcome. We really appreciate that, your loving kindness, and also you help many of the newcomers about procedure happening here. Truly appreciate your time and loving kindness. And we are also so grateful for your generosity because we have produced a lot of artwork for our shop, and there are so many beautiful things that people like, to get them and help the Buddhist center. So thank you very much for your contribution. So we all like to take this opportunity, thank you and give show our gratitude and loving kindness. But we will wish today, may you be blessed with the great compassion of the Buddha, and may you have good health, peace, and happiness. May everything in your life be smooth. Any obstacle, any challenge, we wish that may you have the wisdom, may you have the courage, may all the blessings around you support you to go through, move through these challenges. And may you be well, may you be strong, may you be happy. With that wish, we will chant. Bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha buddhanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha sanghanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te. Yeah, please touch this plate from the bottom and wish him happy birthday.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's do our chanting before we start the meditation. Please turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. The three refuges. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Next page. 5 precepts. Pānāti pātā vīramani sikkāpadaṃ samadhiyāmi. Adinādāna vīramani sikkāpadaṃ samadhiyāmi. Kāmesu miccāchārā vīramani sikkāpadaṃ samadhiyāmi. Musāvādā vīramani sikkāpadaṃ samadhiyāmi.
සුරාමේරය මජ්ජ පමාදත්තානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
On the opposite page, let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha.
ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරති සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති.
Homage to the Dhamma.
ස්වාක්ඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහි පස්සිකෝ පනයිකෝ පච්චත්තං වේදිතබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝහිති.
Homage to the Sangha.
සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුංගලා ඒස භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offerings. Offering of light.
ගණසාරප්ත දිත්තේන දීපේන තමදං සිනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං.
Offering of incense.
ගන්ධ සම්භාර යුත්තේන ධූපේනාහං සුගන්ධිනා පූජයේ පූජනීයං තං පූජා භාජන මුත්තමං
offering of flowers.
වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ලභාමි මොක්ඛං උප්පං නිලායාති යතායි ධම්මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං
Offering of water.
ආදිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ පානීයං පරිකම්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම
Offering of drinks.
ආදිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ ගිලාන පච්චයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම
Worship of shrines.
වන්දාමි චේතියං සබ්බං සම්බඨානේ සුපතිත්තිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා සාදු සාදු සාදු.
Next page. Wish of well-being.
ඉච්ඡේව මච්ඡන් නමස්ස නමස්ස මානෝ රත නත්ත පුඤ්ඤාභි සන්ධං විපුලං අලත්තං තත්සානෝ ආවේ හතන්ත රායු
Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind-made are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind-made are they. If one speaks or acts with the pure mind, Happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things, these bonds of sympathy function in the world like a linking in a moving part. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Okay, let us do our meditation practice. So we are going to do loving kindness meditation, followed by meditation on breathing. So loving kindness will be guided meditation. So we are aiming to tap into our inner capacity, our inner potential of loving kindness. In the deep in our heart, we all have the willingness for everyone to be well. Sometimes it can be buried, it can be diminished, but we can bring it out and then radiate that loving kindness to ourselves and many others. So we are going to do that with this guidance, and then we will have a silent meditation on breathing. So let us take a moment to adjust our body. Body posture is very important to have a good meditation. Meditation happens in both body and mind. It's not only mind, but it's also the body. So try to keep an upright body and rest your legs. If you're sitting on a chair, try to keep them touch on the ground gently, if possible. And keep your upper body upright. Open your chest, but you can drop your shoulders from the sides, relaxing the shoulders, but keeping the upper body upright. And keep your chin somewhat parallel to the floor, balancing our skull on the top of our spine nicely. This nice balanced posture can help our cerebral liquid to flow through our spine and go around our brain. When the cerebral liquid is gently moving, flowing around the brain and the spinal cord, it can fully relax and rest. With this nice posture, take a moment to appreciate this moment. This is a precious moment in our life. We are going to take care of our mind. We are going to train our mind that will help us to do so many things in our life. Taking care of the mind is the most important thing in life. We use our mind to plan, to solve problems, to do many things, but we don't take time to take care of the mind. Right now, we are doing that. So appreciate this moment, rejoice your decision to come here today, and remember that whatever practice you are doing now is going to benefit you and benefit many others who live with you. So this practice is going to be beneficial to ourselves and many others. Think about that. And with that, make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. I will commit myself for this next few minutes to have a committed practice. With that determination, listen to the sound of the bell and to the chant and gather your attention this moment. Try to feel your body, how it is sitting here. How do you feel the weight of your body when the muscles are pressed against the cushion or chair? Feel that point of contact. And feel wherever you have other touching sensation with your clothes. And just try to gather your whole attention to the body throughout the bell and the chant. Just try to stay within the body. Relax your body. We will allow our body to fully relax, loosening all the muscles. And this is a good opportunity to give our body a chance to fully loosen up and fully relax. We may have been giving a lot of pressure, a lot of burdens to this body throughout the day. We will now give it a chance to relax and loosen up. We are all sitting in a very safe and friendly place. So we can let go of all the concerns and allow this body to loosen up any tight muscles, any grips, any holdings. If you wish, you can lengthen your in-breath and use your breath to relax this body further and further. We can take a gentle, long breath, a little bit longer, and release that air slowly, gently, allowing our belly to drop to the front. We can take another such long, slow, deep breath and release that air also gently, allowing our chest to drop. You can take few more such long, slow breaths. Every time we breathe out, we can keep relaxing, loosening, releasing any tightness in the body. With this relaxed body, Let us now bring our whole attention to our mind itself. We will gently watch. How is our mind now? At this moment, with all these preparations and chanting, our mind is relatively calm. We will take a moment to watch what are the thoughts, what are the memories that are surfacing in our mind right now. Simply keep watching without developing any thought further. We will simply keep noticing them when they occur, one after the other. All different random thoughts can keep occurring in our mind. But right now, we are not going to entertain any of those thoughts. We are going to purposely generate a wholesome thought, a wholesome quality. Instead of these random thoughts, let us purposely and willingly generate wholesome thoughts, wholesome quality. That is loving kindness. Loving kindness is the willingness for everyone to be well. Loving kindness is the genuine goodwill towards all beings. Loving kindness is the genuine wish of well being and genuine friendliness towards all beings. We all have that deep loving kindness in the deep in our heart. Let us now bring it out. We will allow that deep capacity to manifest. We will open our heart. We will let go of all the judgments, all the reservations. We will open our heart generously towards all beings. Let us make our heart warm with loving kindness, with a genuine wish of well-being. Just like when we see a little baby, when we see a little smiling baby, or when you are holding a little baby, or when you are petting a puppy or kitten or any other little creature, how warm our heart is, how open is our heart, readiness to care, and genuine wish of well-being. We will generate same openness, same warmth in our heart just now, generating this friendliness, willingness for everyone to be well. We will cultivate this wholesome quality. We can make this loving kindness stronger. We will do it by repeatedly wishing well-being to all beings, to all people. We will keep wishing well-being to all beings. We will start with ourselves, with this living being sitting here. We will start with ourselves, just like any other living being. This person also deserves loving kindness. Just like our heart was open for the baby or little creature, we will generate same attitude towards ourselves. We are also babies in some sense. We will generate that attitude of care towards ourselves. We all are struggling beings, struggling people, trying our best, sometimes successful, sometimes not, but with open heart, with compassion, acceptance, forgiveness. We will direct that loving kindness to ourselves and let us make all good wishes to ourselves. Repeat these good wishes in your mind. May I be well, be safe, be strong, be peaceful. Repeat. Repeat all the good wishes you like to make to yourself. If you have a special concern, you can make a specific wish for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be generous. Make a nice specific wish if you have a concern. To be able to free from your challenges, free from your troubles, find solutions to those issues. Make a nice specific wish for yourself. Be well. Be safe. Be healthy. Be peaceful. Let's radiate this loving kindness to our body. This body which has been helping us to live this life for many, many years. All the organs, all the other systems of this body have been helping us a lot to live this precious life. We will radiate this loving kindness to all the organs and all the parts and the systems of the body. May these lungs, the whole respiratory system that is helping us even right now, be well, be healthy, healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs, stomach, liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digestive system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys and whole genitourinary system, may this whole pelvic region be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, spinal cord, the brain, and all the sensory organs be well, be healthy, be healed. Allow this loving kindness, this intention to travel throughout your body, healing each part of the body. May all the muscles, all the bones, and all the joints throughout this body be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us now radiate this loving kindness beyond ourselves to all others. We will wish the same well-being to all others with the same level of intensity. We will wish the well-being to all others. Bring to your mind all the loving people in your life, all the beloved people who are connected to your life. We will wish them genuinely. May all these beloved people in my life Be well. Be safe. Be healthy. Be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond these beloved people to all other people. Let us wish for all people sitting with us in this room right now. We will wish for one another. May all these loving people, friendly people sitting here, including the monks, let us wish for all these friends. May everyone sitting in this room right now be well, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this room to all people living in the surrounding area. May all people in this whole neighborhood, in this whole surrounding area, no matter who they are, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's keep expanding this wish as wide as we can and wishing as many people as we can with our loving kindness. May all people living beyond this immediate neighborhood, in all other faraway places, may all people living in faraway cities, faraway states, and even faraway countries, may all people living everywhere, if there's anyone who is going through difficulties now, if there's anyone who is in fear now, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. May all human beings living everywhere, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond human beings to all other living beings. All living beings, all animals, from large ones to tiny ones. May all animals living everywhere, may they all, whatever life forms there may be, may each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be healthy, be peaceful, peaceful, peace. In this peaceful moment, rejoice this loving kindness that has no boundaries. This loving kindness embraces all beings with no judgments, no boundaries. Rejoice this boundless love, this unconditional love towards all beings, this wholesome, beautiful state of the mind. Rejoice this. With this rejoice, let us now gently bring our whole attention to our breath. Let us now deepen our peace by simply resting our mind on our breath. In this peaceful, calm moment, we all can notice the gentle flow of the breath through our nose. Feel the air, the touching air inside the nose. Feel how the air is moving behind your throat. Feel the subtle changes happening in the body with the in-breath. And feel your out-breath, how that air coming out, also touching the inner walls of our nose. And notice how the outgoing air is touching the upper lips. Feel that touch sensation of the breath. This is where we are going to rest. We will have other thoughts and memories. That's okay. Whenever we remember other things, have other thoughts, we notice and acknowledge, and then come back to the sensation of the breath. Let us keep coming back to our breath again and again. Let us be with our breath. Allow our mind to go into deep and deeper levels of calmness. For next few minutes, be with the breath. Keep coming back to the breath. Rest with the breath. These last few minutes, let us give our full effort to be with our breath, to rest with our breath. Dukkha patacha nidukha bhayapattacha nibbhaya Sukappatacha Nisuka Hontu Sabbepi Anino. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation in our life. Let us feel grateful to all great teachers, the enlightened masters in the past, who passed these teachings from generation to generation. Let us also feel grateful to all the guidance and instructions you received for your practice tonight. Let us feel grateful to whoever people who prepared and arranged this place for us to meditate. Let us also feel grateful to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including this cushion, this chair, this bell, and this device that help you to meditate from home. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, everyone. How was it? Any sharing or report of any problems, challenges?
This meditation originated with Buddha and his disciple, and after many generations, it reached us. So we wish ourselves to be well, healthy, safe, and peaceful. Buddha, during his whole life, suffered from a lot of diseases, and he died at the age of 55.
No, age of 80.
80? I thought I read 85.
No, 80.
Right. So anyway, does that mean this meditation is not effective in curing himself?
Yeah. Yes. Do you think that meditation can give us, eternal life? Yeah, definitely. This meditation is we do it. One way is definitely is to heal our body and mind, but it mainly actually generate this wholesome state of the mind. When we wish me all beings to be free from, be well and be healthy and be, peaceful, doesn't mean that all beings suddenly will be free from everything, right? So the whole goal is that to create this wholesome state of the mind in the person who's making the wishes. So there were actually not only the Buddha, there are many other disciples of the Buddha who physically got ill. But the way they relate to their illness is very different from how an ordinary person will relate to their illness, because
And
they
Bhante,
have
that and also the suffering that Mark used the term Buddha was suffering from so many diseases.
yes, not
That is
suffering.
our perspective. That is your perspective. How you see diseases, and towards the Buddha, you see that we think Bhante, Buddha is suffering, but Buddha never, right? Bhante?
Never, yeah. Definitely, he had discomfort, physical ailments, but suffering is different than the physical sensation. So they were actually overcame some level of physical pains, but ultimately, this whole body is subject to its own laws, and so what we had to do is actually, so the whole organism has its own journey. So there's a biological law. So it's subject to that everything. So what the enlightened people are doing is actually fully embrace and accepting that law, and don't take it like don't make it personalized. So therefore they can stay with illness without suffering. That's the change. That's the shift that they are making.
Maybe they think like that. Man, not I am sick. Maybe my body, not mind. Actually, the body is sick,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, actually, even the term "I" is the yeah, they have. I mean, we say "I," we mean like this, special being. But for an enlightened person, they have overcome the self-centeredness. So they may still respect the physical organism, but they don't have attachment to this particular set of life. And for all pieces of life are the same for them, but they still respect and eat, sleep properly, but do not have a strong, attachment that we have. So when we gradually transcend it, um, so you can live through the pain but without suffering. Usually, in September 20th and 21st, 22nd is our annual meditation retreat. So we have invited Bhante Rahula to come and conduct. And in his teachings, he has a nice teaching. He said that he give a formula for suffering. So it's like a pain and pain. I forget the term. Let's say. In mathematics, let's say, 5, if it is the 5, if you have 2 power of the 5, it will be 25, right? What do you call that little? Huh?
It's exponentially.
Yeah, exponential. Yeah. So 5 times 2 will be 5, not times, right? What do you call
Square.
the square? Yeah. Yeah. So the pain is actually pain and times resistance equals suffering. So if you have pain, if you have like a 10, times, resistant, and the suffering will be, maybe the pain level will be, maybe 7, but we have a strong resistance. If you have to multiply that number, so your suffering will be like, great. But let's say if you have pain, we have 0 resistance, then there will be 0 suffering.
So we accept the,
Yeah.
live with it.
It's a part of the body. It's a sign that we are alive. Life. Anything alive is subject to sensations, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. So as long as we have life, we have to go through pleasant, unpleasant, neutral sensation. That is the life. So we embrace all, because not only the pain, anytime we have any pain in any part of the body, there are other sensations too that we don't pay attention to. So we train our mind. If you have a pain in the knee, there are so many other sensations in all different parts of the body. There are pleasant sensations, there are neutral sensations. So we can expand our awareness to embrace all these different sensations, including this pain over here and this touch sensation over here, other sensation over here. So when you expand your awareness, it's a holistic awareness. You have a little bit pain here, a little bit, pleasantness here, neutral here. So it's something you can actually accommodate and be with.
Pain is like warning that there's something wrong.
Yeah.
So you have to look
Pay attention. Yeah, exactly. So you welcome it. You don't resist it. Okay, so coming to continue that thing, we are going to discuss another disciple of the Buddha. So today we have few, newcomers. Actually, these days we are learning some of the history. So you can have a little bit history lesson today. We are learning about, early disciples of the Buddha. So after the day Buddha became enlightened, and he wanted to share this, teaching with so many other people. So in northern India, 6th century BCE, he was, forming community of followers. And so there were a few key disciples of the Buddha who were very exemplary and who actually, help the survival here, help, preservation of the teachings of the Buddha for next generation. So we have learned how many disciples, Bhante? So let's 5. Yeah. We have learned about 5 disciples of the Buddha. 5? Is it 5? And the first one, the first 4. Venerable Anand and Mahakashapa. Yeah, I think, yeah, 5. 5, you are correct. Yeah. Today we will learn about another disciple, but today is a female disciple. Actually, the first Buddhist nun. Of course, when Buddha, started to teach, and all the male and female, start to follow the teaching of the Buddha. The Buddha established a community of followers. There were four categories of followers. We call monks, nuns, and male lay followers and female lay followers. We call it bhikkhu, bhikkhuni, upasaka, upasika. These are the traditional terms for these four groups of people. Yeah. So
Yeah, just that our friend Virya,
so
He's-
Virya is
he's,
not here today. You remember Virya in his Facebook, right?
yeah, in his Facebook, he used the term Upasaka because Virya is his Buddhist name, is right. So
Yeah.
then in the front he used Upasaka Virya.
That's traditional upasaka Virya. So female upasika. Yeah. So there were many upasakas and upasikas and monks, but at the early, like within like first 10, I think 15 years of Buddha's career, there were no female monks. There were no nuns. You have to understand the social condition at that time to understand why that is the case. Um, in 6th century BC in India, actually, that's in that civilization, the female did not have a good status. And of course, it's quite universal in many parts of the world, right? So therefore, so there were no property rights for women. There is no access to education for women, and particularly when it comes to religious activities, they don't the social attitude, or maybe the attitude promoted by those religious religious priest, was that actually female, they believe that female do not have capacity for religious attainments, and so they were simply supporting the husband. So in the Vedic period, what they mainly did was actually performing a lot of rituals, like as a way of achieving different goals in their life. So the the female role was a supporting role to the husband when it comes to religious affairs and economy and everything. So like a female are always supporting, do not have like rights. So that is the kind of society that Buddha has to teach, and of course, plus the caste system. And he was like teaching to people, that is the kind of society that Buddha has to work with. So, the Buddha's, actually the first Buddhist nun was actually none other than the Buddha's foster mother, his own foster mother. Why did the Buddha have a foster mother?
Passed away.
Yes. When Buddha was, I mean, no, Buddha was not born because because term Buddha is the term that we use to the Buddha after he attained enlightenment. Before that, he was Prince Siddhartha. So Prince Siddhartha was born, and within the first week, his mother passed away. She already, experiencing, I mean, she has enough, exposure to suffering. But his mother's mother was Maya, Mother Maya. So Mahamaya, and she passed away within the first week. And then the mother's sister came forward and was adopted, this, son, and then became also the queen of the King Suddhodana, and then started to be a foster mother. She herself has a son, also a little bit younger than Prince Siddhartha later, and also a daughter. But this foster mother took care of Prince Siddhartha as her own son. So then, of course, Prince Siddhartha left his family at the age of 29. Your age. So, so age of 29, he renounced the prince life and became an ascetic. So after he became enlightened, then he went back to his family, and taught the teachings that he found, and then many of his relatives, cousins, became the followers of the Buddha. Some became monks. But when all the female, his own foster mother and his own former wife, and there are many other cousins and others, they came forward and saying that we also want to become nuns. And at the beginning, Buddha did not accept. He delayed to start the nuns order. You may ask why. There are many studies about that. People are giving all different reasons. But I think how I understood that why he delayed the starting of the nuns order, because his own foster mother requested not only once. She requested once, twice, and three times she requested the Buddha to become a nun. And the Buddha said, you continue to practice at home. And becoming a nun is one option, but you can practice as a upasika, as a lay person. You continue to practice. It is not the time yet. Every time she requested, Buddha says, not the time yet. You continue to practice at home. That will be good for you. It's not the time yet. But she kept asking. And I think my understanding is that actually, mainly when you become a monks and nuns, you have to completely rely on the community, even for your very, very basic need. Even for your daily food, you have to rely on the community. Your other needs, your accommodation, everything, community have to provide. If the public opinion is not supportive to nuns, starting a nuns order will be very dangerous and will be not be doing a fair and justice to the renunciants, because there's no supporting community. So Buddha waited until he changed the public opinion, at least to some considerable number of people. He was not able to change everyone's opinion, but he waited until he created a community, a social environment. He changed the public opinion. So he delayed, and so whenever she asked, and Buddha would say, not yet the time. And then after many years, she actually tried to become like bold, and she and Buddha's former wife and many other female renunciants who want to become nuns as a follower of the Buddha. What they did actually one day, they organized themselves, and they shaved their head by themselves. They put on yellow robes by themselves. And so they were living in Kapilavastu, the Buddha's hometown. But Buddha was teaching all over the place, And at that time, he was living in Vishala, city called Vaishali. And the distance is roughly 150 miles. They all did a march from Kapilavastu to Vishala, led by Buddha's foster mother, whose name was Gautami. Her full name is Prajapati Gautami. Led by her, and including her former wife and many other 500 women, did a big march. Big march from Kapilavastu to Vaishali, 150 miles march, requesting to become nuns. So they reach Vaishali, and we learn about Buddha's attendant monk, right? Who remembers the name of the Buddha's attendant monk? Like Buddha's secretary, attendant monk. Venerable Ananda, yes. So Venerable Ananda was there. So Venerable Ananda saw that, because they also, Ananda was also a cousin of the Buddha. He saw so many, his relatives also there. And when they all reached, and they were all in dust, they were exhausted. It took many days for them to reach Vaishali. And so he actually, mediate, and inform the Buddha, and they have come now. Now you have no choice. Because they are all really adamant, becoming nuns, And so he repeatedly asked, Venerable Sir, and according to your teaching, are women capable of achieving spiritual, higher postures, enlightenment? Yes, of course. And as long as you have a mind, doesn't matter you are a female body or male body, you have a human mind, you can become enlightened. And Buddha said, now they are here. So ultimately, Buddha had to accept, but actually Buddha made a condition that, I will admit you as nuns, I can give permission, but you have to live with the monks, because you need more protection. So Buddha gave conditions that, whenever you become a monk and the monks and nuns, you have to live, in supporting area. You cannot live by yourself somewhere remote area as nuns. You always try to live with closer to monks monastery. So he made that condition at that time, not applicable to now. Yeah. So made that condition and allowed her to, and all these 500 women to become Buddhist nuns. And that was the one of the earliest incident in the human history that the female become like fully monks. And in addition to Buddhism, there's only one other religious tradition that allowed women to become monks, nuns. That is Jainism. Only Jain religion, Jainism and Buddhism allowed women to become nuns and accepted that women has a full capacity to become enlightened. So she became a nun. This is a long history, but anyway, so and then after she became nun, she was already old by that time, and but she became like a leader for all the other nuns, whoever want to become nuns, and she played a very important role, like a mother to all the nuns, and train them and teach them and all the the practices. So one day she came to the Buddha. There's one important discourse given by the Buddha to her, and she came to the Buddha and said, "Venerable Sir, when I teach this, newcomers, these young, women, and can you teach me a short teaching that they will be able to, easily distinguish what is your teachings, what is not your teachings, and how I can give them a brief teaching that they will recognize and your teachings and they will practice." Then Buddha gave an interesting, sutta. It's called Gautami Sutta because it's given to, Gautami, the first mother. And Buddha said that, any qualities that lead to dispassion, not to passion, is considered good teaching, and that you can call it my teaching. So any qualities, any practices that lead it to unfettered, maybe freedom, but not bondage, it is my teaching. Any teachings that is leading to shedding, but not accumulating, that is my teaching. Any teaching that is leading to modesty, but not self-aggrandizement, what you call us, like modest, opposite of modesty. Yeah, it's not my teaching. Any teaching that is leading to contentment, but not discontent, is my teachings. Any teaching that is leading to seclusion, but not to entanglement, is my teachings. Any teachings that arouse persistence, but not laziness, is my teachings. Any teachings that is leading to being unburdensome, but not being burdensome, is my teachings. You can categorically say any teaching that lead into these things, this passion, freedom, shedding, modesty, contentment, seclusion, persistence, unburdensomeness, and those are whatever qualities, whatever practices that lead into those, 8 things. It can be considered the Dhamma or Dharma, my teachings. So she got that, brief teachings and taught all the nuns, this is how you should practice. So there are many other, teachings she has given because of our time limitation. So we will quickly. So that she became, like a foremost in seniority and everything. She trained so many other nuns, and she was also very, disciplined in like she was like following a lot of discipline practices. And later actually she uttered, her journey she put into poems. So we have a collection of poems uttered by her. It's a long poem, but I will just read few of them for you. This is the song of the first Buddhist nun. The Buddha, hero, praised to be you. You foremost among all beings. You who have released me from pain, and so many other beings too. All sufferings has been understood. Source of craving has withered. The enlightenment has been touched by me, following the Noble Eightfold Path. See the gathering of flowers, putting forth effort, self-controlled, always with strong resolution. This is how to honor the Buddha. Surely for the good of so many did Maya give birth to Gautama, that's the Buddha, who burst asunder the mass of pain of those stricken by sickness and death. So this is the part from that, song. And she lived up to, past 100 years. And so she realized that after she passed 100, and she realized that actually her body is no longer, ready to, live. So she decided to let go. When you become enlightened, you can actually decide, when to die. You control that process. So she decided that, this is like, too old to continue. It's time to go. But she wanted to come and pay her last respect to the Buddha. That incident is very emotional incident, that, she came to see the Buddha for the last time before she passed away. And she came and, made this request. She said that, Venerable Sir, I brought up your physical body because she fed her, right, him. But you brought up my spiritual body. This interesting conversation, right? I brought up your physical body because I feed you, and you brought up my spiritual body. I fed you with the breast milk, but you fed me with the milk of the Dharma to destroy suffering and the samsara. It is rare opportunity to see a Buddha. I would like to view and pay my homage to your lotus-like feet. Please stretch forward your feet for me to pay my last respect. That's the request she made. And then Buddha allowed her to pay respect. And then Buddha also made a very strange request from her too. This is the request Buddha made from her. Gautami, perform a miracle to dispel the wrong views of those foolish men who are in doubt with regard to the spiritual potentialities of women. Because Buddha has already by that time, Buddha has prohibited all the monks and nuns to perform miracles. Because when you are very advanced in your meditation, you can develop psychic powers that you can do a little bit extraordinary things. Buddha has prohibited monks and nuns to perform those psychic powers. The Buddha said that because when you show these psychic powers, people get confused. It does not lead for them to have, deep realization. Buddha said the best miracle is the miracle of teaching, education, not performing those feats. So Buddha has already prohibited, all the monks and nuns to perform any miracles because that will not lead people to understanding, but to like amusement. You make a lot of gains, but it's not, for the realization. But Buddha is breaking his own law. I mean, she's requesting Gautami, and please perform a miracle. Idding dasehi Gautami, idding dasehi Gautami, show a miracle, because there are still people, actually Buddha used the term bala vimatingata. Bala means actually foolish, right? Yeah. There is still, foolish people who do not believe Dhamma Visame, the ability of the women, the spiritual ability of women. So in order to prove that, women can attain this, spiritual heights, please perform a miracle. So she sat down in front of the Buddha, cross-legged, and went into deep, deep meditation. And she rose into the air. And then, emit the aura from her body and show to the whole, crowd in that place the psychic powers of her. And she appeared and disappeared 3 times before the crowd. And then she came down and paid her last respect to the Buddha. And she made her final farewell to the Buddha. And she was moving away from, she was slowly going back to her own hut to have, last, to go attain into what we call paranibbana. And the only time that Buddha actually did, what we call Bhante? Pasugaman, Buddha actually walked behind her to send her off. to pay Buddha's respect to her, his mom. So she went into his own kuti and she passed away in the lotus posture. Like she went into the meditation and the meditation she passed away in the lotus posture. So that's how, she passed away. But an inspiring story, like in understanding how she worked hard, like with the, the Buddha, with the, public opinion, somehow, made sure that, nuns always there. And she also trained so many other nuns. We can learn about the stories of other nuns, but it's an important person in the human history who took care of the Buddha. The Prince Siddhartha, but then became prominent. Gautami. Okay, the full name is Prajapati Gautami. So if you
Buddha was married.
yeah, but not
Then
the
when he went to
not
the
Buddha.
forest, then he abandoned his family life.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we cannot say Buddha married because he was not the Buddha when he got married.
Okay.
Yeah, we can call him Prince Siddhartha. Of course, he got married. He got a son too. Yeah,
Does he have sons?
yeah, he had one son. Yeah, before he got. So it was like arrangement. They had, they had yeah, we can explain that later. Yeah, he left his royal life to become an ascetic. So that was he had the agreement, conversation with his wife. But he was away for 6 years, and he got enlightened in the 7th year, and he returned home. And of course, not as the prince, but as the Buddha. And he shared what he discovered with them, and also eventually they also became his own disciples. Together
So
with him.
his wife
Yeah, they
enrolled in his.
and even his own son became a monk. They reunited, but in a different way, as a spiritual family.
Nancy, why did they shave their hair?
Oh,
The meaning.
that's a good question. Yeah, why is the shave here?
Yeah.
I think one is a symbol of renunciation, and then and for us actually it solved a lot of problems. Like we don't have to worry about our hair. We don't have to go to salon. You don't have to worry about how you keep your hair, and it's very simple. So make life easy, yeah, and simple. Okay, so I hope that you remember the story of Gautami, and that will be a good name for you to have. If you like to, get the Buddhist name, I can consider. I mean, we already had one, Gautami. Yeah, that's the name. So remember, remember those stories. Those stories will inspire us to our own practice. Okay, let's move to the other part of the program and turn to page 14. And this is to share the merits with others. By coming to this practice and doing this practice together, we have generated so much good karma, good wholesome energy in our hearts, and we can share this good karma, good energy with all others. Let us think about all of our departed relatives, and if you can bring to your mind your beloved family members, your ancestors who loved you so much, who are no more with us today, let us be grateful to them and share these wholesome good merits with them. May all of our departed relatives, family members share our merits. May they be well and happy wherever they may be. Idang mi ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idang mi ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idang mi ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Sharing merits with all other living beings. If there's anyone in this world who would like to share our merits, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ettavata cha amhihi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Sabbe sattva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. We will now do our blessing chant. We are going to chant the loving kindness sutra given by the Buddha with great compassion for living beings. We will chant the same sutra for you right now, wishing you all good health, peace, and happiness, wishing you all strength, courage to overcome your challenges in life. May you be blessed with peace and happiness. Today, especially, we want to extend our blessings to Jyoti. John is wishing you a very, very happy birthday and very successful pace in your life. May everything be smooth for you. Wishing you good health, peace, and happiness. You may also recall to your life whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, people who need help, your care. Call them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya matta kusalena yang tang sang tang padang abhisamicca sakko ojo che sojo che suvacho chas mudu anatimani santo sansako che suparo che Ampagincho che sallahu kahunti sangpringyo che nipakoch Ampagambo kulesu ananugindo na che kundang samachari kinchena vinyo pare upavadeyum sukino vaki vinoham sabbe satta bhavantu sukitanta eke cipane bhutat vatavarava anavasesa digava ye mahantava majjimarasakanuktula dintava eva addi
සන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවාසං භවේසීවා සබ්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තාන පරෝ පරං නිකුම්බේත නාති මඤ්ඤේත කත්ත චිනං කංචේ ව්‍යාරෝසනා පටිග සංඥානාඤ්ඤමඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛමිච්ඡේය මාතා යථානියං පුත්තං ආයුසා ඒක පුත්ත මනුරක් එවංපි සබ්බ භූතේසු මාන සංභාවයි අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං ච සබ්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සංභාවයි අපරිමාණං උත්තං අදෝච තිරියං ච අසම්බාධං අවීරං අසපත්තං තිත්තං චරං නිසින්නෝ සයානෝ වායාව තස්ස විගත මිද්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිත්තේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාහෝ දෙක්ඛින් ච අනුපගම්ම සීලවා දස්සනීන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනය්‍යගේදං නහි ජාතු ගම්පසෙයං පුනරේති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්ති තේ හෝතු සම්පදා ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සම්බ රෝගෝ විනාශසතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සම්බීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සම්බ රෝගෝ විනාශසතු මාතේ භවත්වං පරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භව භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ.
Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever kind deed that you were able to do during your past few days. Think about an incident that you were able to kind to someone. Maybe you were able to listen to someone, were able to give something to someone, or share your knowledge with someone. Recall to your mind at least a simple act of kindness you did. Let us rejoice this opportunity to be kind to others. On this day or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in free my heart. Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. During your past few days, you may have received kindness, care from others. Think about an actual incident. Someone showed their kindness, someone helped you. Let us rejoice the goodness of others. On this day or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu. It was so nice to have you all. Thank you very much for coming and being part of the meditation practice. Thank you for those who join our YouTube. Appreciate your participation. And so in 2 weeks' time, September 7th we are going to have a big event. Is our food festival. So Sri Lankan Food Festival, and that is the only Sri Lankan food festival in the East Coast because there are not many Sri Lankans around. So you will get a chance to taste authentic Sri Lankan food, and so please support that. That is our fundraising, and so we have flyers out there. You can take those flyers and try to bring your friends, so you will get a chance to taste those food, and you can also support us by promoting the event and helping us to spread the word. And also all the Sri Lankan families will cook the food here. And if you like to be part, actually you can help us to buy some water and some paper cups and paper bowls and plates. And if you like to do that, please meet me. Okay. Thank you very much. And so please come for blessing strings, and birthday boy first.